Day 9. A very pleasant day. I took the bus at Talisay this morning, an actual bus, so that's not a jeepney. From Talisay to Toledo, and I stepped out of it at Lutopan. The bus was totally cramped with people. And it's often difficult to recognize the bus because the sign for where it drives to isn't on a standardized location, and also the font and size of the letters aren't standardized. So you really have to keep a lookout on the bus and try to verify if it's your bus as quickly as possible as soon as a bus arrives on the spot. You also have to ask for the spot. There are no signs that are telling you, and even if there are signs, they may be unreliable and it's faulty, blah blah blah. Filipino style, you know the gist. I know the gist by now. And I already learned that when you're on a bus or a jeepney for the first time, you need to keep Google Maps nearby, because as soon as it makes a wrong turn, you want to exit as quickly as possible. But when you're on an actual bus and not a jeepney, there is no connectivity, which means there's no way to verify where you actually are, which means that you have to depend on whoever is in charge to, get you out of the bus at the place where you want to step out. And that bus is totally cramped. And the first bus I was on, there was some music on, but the second bus I was on, there was actually music blasting, and it doesn't really facilitate effective communication. And it's so cramped, man. It's just... At what point are we going to realize that we move livestock better than people? That's a good question. In any case, I arrived at Lutopan, luckily in some sense, and I spent several hours at a elevated cafe with a lovely view over Lutopan. I also had my breakfast there and stuff, and it was a great place to hang around for several hours, also because I have 2 blisters on my left feet, 2 small blisters, so I have to watch my pace, literally. So that was great. And on my way back, I had to get another bus, and I stood at the wrong place, and the first bus that arrived drove off without me, and the other bus I had to figure out whether it was my bus, yes or no, because I couldn't read the sign, or at least I wasn't fast enough. And then on board the bus, of course, I had to get out of the bus as soon as it was in Toledo, because before you know it, it makes a strange, funny turn, and you have to be on top of things yourself, because this country is not going to cooperate with you. The people may actually cooperate, but the country as a whole, no way. It is not going to cooperate with you. And I arrived at Toledo with my bag, had a nice drink, and walked to this hotel. Doesn't accept credit card, unfortunately. Businesses need to accept credit card here because it's an immediate 5 to 10% discount for me, and it also alleviates me from having to look for working ATMs, because most ATMs don't friggin' work. So I had to pay cash here at this place. Checked the room. Power sockets are working. Air conditioning is working. I have a shower. I didn't check whether the shower actually becomes warm, yes or no, because I don't care too much about it. And when I arrived back at the hotel just now, darned if you know it, the internet isn't functioning here. The connectivity is just too low. So there's something not functioning. It's not uncommon. I'm becoming skilled at checking out a hotel within 60 seconds, but I forgot the internet. That's a first. It's the first time that I have a hotel with bad internet connectivity, but alright. I had a nice dinner at a kapskape place with some vegetables. That was great. I tried dining at another place first because this is my first time here, and the information on Google Maps once again is out of date and it sent me into the wrong direction. So I also ate an unfortunate pizza that wasn't that was still cold in the middle. Well, at least I'm not sick. That's good. But in the end, I had a fine dinner at a place called Kapskape. I met a Norwegian fellow there, had a nice chat with him. And now I'm back at the hotel. It was all in all, because I focus on the things that don't work in this conversation. But truth is, it was a fine day, and I managed to stay under 13,000 paces today, so I really hope my 2 blisters are gonna be peaceful tomorrow. And it was rainy today. I managed to escape the rain most of the day, but just now, walking from the dinner place to the hotel, just a few hundred meters, it really got me. And it's actually not too bad because I could change here quickly, so I'm fine.